Hi, YouTube. So, am I in bed right now? I think it's pretty fucking obvious. Yes, I am in bed. So, the reason for that, you may be wondering, is because, it's currently 1 in the morning and I'm getting ready for bed, right? I'm just kind of sitting here chilling until I get sleepy enough to eventually fall asleep, right? But the reason why I decided to record while I'm doing all of this is 2 reasons. First reason being the main reason, which is this YouTube channel is supposed to be stream of consciousness. And here's the thing about my stream of consciousness is that it will pop up at any time. So, 1 in the morning while I'm getting ready for bed, stream of consciousness can pop into my mind. Getting an oil change at 4 in the afternoon, stream of consciousness can pop into my mind then too. I can't really control when it happens. It just kind of happens. Like my brain will just randomly start thinking about a topic and just really delve into it. And the whole purpose of this YouTube channel is to do that, to do stream of consciousness and allow my mind to delve into it, right? Because I already do this naturally, but I want to record it and allow it to exist on YouTube because I feel like it's a great way to start that dialogue a lot of the time, right? Which is the whole point of this YouTube channel. But the other part of that is I want my YouTube channel and YouTube persona, truly, to be as personable as possible. So I basically want to create an atmosphere where it's like I'm chatting with my friends, I'm just chatting with friends. We're having a great old time. Right now, slumber party, right? Am I 32 years old? Yes. But can I still have slumber parties? Yeah. Who says I can't, right? So here we are. Welcome to my slumber party. We do not have snacks available, unfortunately. But hey, if you want to get something from the kitchen, go right ahead. Make yourself some tea. Bake some fucking chocolate chip cookies if you want to. Whatever you want to do. Get comfortable. Get some snacks. Get whatever you want. And let's just have a slumber party together. So I was kind of thinking, as is the nature of this YouTube channel, I was kind of thinking about things. And the first thing that kind of popped into my mind was loneliness, right? So that loneliness topic was just in my mind. And it kind of led me down the path of relationships. I'm talking about romantic relationships. And this is a topic that I feel like merits discussion because there's a lot of, I don't want to say confusion, but there's a lot of I don't even know the word. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't really know the word. So I'll just talk about it and then we'll figure out what the word is at the end, hopefully, fingers crossed. But basically there's a lot of self-abuse that happens. And what the hell does that mean, right? What am I talking about? Self-abuse. Don't mind me, I'm picking my nails because they're bothering me right now. But what do I mean by self-abuse? Well, what I mean is a lot of the times people will settle for a person. And that to me is a form of self-abuse. And the reason for that is because you're doing yourself an enormous disservice when you do that. And typically settling for someone happens for a number of reasons. But one of the biggest reasons why people do that is because they are afraid. They have a fear. Usually that fear is the fear of being alone. And so they would much rather be in a relationship with someone even if they aren't truly happy in that relationship, because, okay, I have somebody at least, right? I'm not alone. And I think that that is an enormous disservice to do to oneself. I feel like letting the fear of loneliness just take that much hold over you to the point where you would literally do yourself an enormous disservice and make yourself, I don't want to say unhappy, but definitely unsatisfied in life, just so that you can say that you have somebody. That to me is the saddest thing that people do, and far too many people do this, right? It's either loneliness, or they have this sense of, well, I need to have somebody, or I need to have this certain life, because if not, I'm unsuccessful, right? A lot of people view relationships as a form of success. So if I get married, I'm successful. If I have kids, I'm successful. But here's the thing about that, is that what is success, right? Success is not something that anybody can tell you. It's something that only you can create for yourself. And it's something that only you can tell yourself what is successful for you. Success is not this thing that exists. It's a personal matter, right? It's not anything else. Success is personal. So success for one person may look like, I got my dream job and I have my dream job. That person is successful. If that for them makes them feel successful, they are successful. It could be something big like that, or it could be something really small. Like, success for me is getting up out of bed. If you can get up out of bed and feel like I'm successful because I was able to get out of bed when getting out of bed has been something that's very difficult for me to do, for whatever reason, depression, all kinds of mental health issues can create a situation where getting out of bed is difficult. If success for you feels like just being able to get out of bed, you're successful if you do that, right? Success is not measured in any capacity outside of yourself. It's how you measure yourself. That is what true success is. So when it comes to relationships, a lot of people feel like having a relationship or being married, getting married, or having kids is what makes them successful. And here's the thing, right? Nobody can tell you what is successful for you, but it doesn't mean that people can't challenge you to make sure that you feel like it truly is successful for you. Because it's one thing to get married and have kids with the person that you absolutely love and you treasure and you are super happy and super satisfied with them, as opposed to having these things, getting married, having kids, all of that, but with someone that you're kind of settling for, right? In both situations, both people that have that life will have a sense of success that they'll feel, but only one of them is going to feel like it is true success. The other one is always going to have these thoughts that permeate their mind of like, well, why don't I feel satisfied? I should be successful, right? I have the marriage, I have the kids. I should feel satisfied. I should feel happy. I should feel truly content in my life. And so what happens is that a lot of people in that situation will look, for satisfaction in other ways. They might turn to work and become workaholics and feel like, okay, well, I have all of these things, but I don't feel satisfied, so I'm going to turn to work. And hopefully just working a lot and having a bunch of money and being able to afford a home and all of that, maybe that'll make me feel satisfied. And they're just going to continue chasing this dream that will never make them feel satisfied. The reason for that is because they're not really asking themselves the questions that they should be asking themselves. It's not asking yourself, you know, am I, it's, let me rephrase that. It's not, you know, looking at it in terms of like, I should feel satisfied, so why am I not? You have to ask yourself, why are you not? Does that make sense? So the perspective isn't, why don't I feel satisfied? So I'm going to look into all of these things and maybe that'll help me feel satisfied. No, ask yourself, why are you not satisfied? And dig into that, right? Really delve deep into why you're not satisfied. Why do you not feel satisfied when you feel like you should feel satisfied? And you might come to find the answer for that. And the answer for that could be a number of things. Oh, actually, I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied because I'm actually not happy with the person that I'm creating this life with. Or I'm not satisfied because, you know, maybe I didn't truly even want to be married, or I didn't even truly want to have kids. I just thought I did because, you know, that's what I was fed my whole life. And that's what I was convincing myself. And I really thought like, you know, having kids is going to make me feel satisfied. It's going to fulfill me. But then once you had kids, you realize, oh shit, that's not actually what's fulfilling me. So you have to ask yourself these questions. And you have to chase the things that are, you know, more in line with what's going to make you feel fulfilled and satisfied in life. But to do that, you need to allow yourself a level of being alone and having a level of loneliness, right? We live in a world where loneliness is kind of an epidemic. However, instead of taking the healthy approach, a lot of people take the more unhealthy approach where they distract themselves or they force themselves to do things or have relationships with people or make decisions in their life that'll, you know, in their eyes, hopefully make them feel fulfilled, only to come and find out when they're already, you know, 70, 80, 90, if they live that long, years old, they weren't really ever satisfied or really fulfilled truly in their life with the decisions that they made. And so the reason why this happens is because people don't really sit down with themselves and ask themselves, what are the things that will fulfill me? Because in order to not feel the sadness of loneliness, they distract themselves. And they make rash decisions and they, you know, think about, okay, well, most people are getting married. Most people are doing these things. Most people have these things going on and they look happy. They appear happy. So maybe that's what I need. No. Here's the thing. You are not those people. You are your own person. So you need to be able to create space for yourself to really think about the things that are going to fulfill you and that are going to make you happy, right? And if you keep distracting yourself with things that you think will make you happy, you're never going to have the opportunity to discover what will make you happy. And so if you are the type of person who's constantly jumping from thing to thing, relationship to relationship, you know, friendship to friendship, friend group to friend group, you're never allowing yourself that space to be able to even ask yourself these questions because you're constantly distracting yourself. So you need to take a step back. Allow yourself time to be on your own and figure yourself out, right? Not just figure yourself out, but, you know, go out and explore. Go out and experience things. I feel like if you're the type of person who's going to be jumping from thing to thing, you're not allowing yourself to experience or explore. You're just constantly distracting yourself, right? We know with the advent of social media that people distract themselves with their phones and their computers and stuff like that. But before the advent of social media and the internet, people did that too. They just did it but through other means, drinking, drugs, relationships, friendships, friend groups. That's what people would do to distract themselves instead of taking the time to really sit with themselves and think about what is going to fulfill me, what is going to make me happy. So I do truly think that allowing yourself the opportunity to be alone for a little bit and just discover yourself and discover your interests, discover what's going to fulfill you and all of that, it's healthy. It doesn't mean that you have to, become a lone wolf and just, oh, well, fuck people. I'm going to do my own thing all the time forever. No, it's allow yourself to sit with yourself and be within your own company so that you can learn more about yourself, right? I know that it's very easy to get distracted and want to distract yourself with things because you don't want to feel lonely. But that's the thing, is the more you distract yourself, the lonelier you will feel, right? I think it was Robin Williams. I don't remember the exact quote, but he did say something that really fits with this. This is going to be a paraphrasing of that quote, where it's like being by yourself is not true loneliness. True loneliness is being within company that makes you feel alone. And this is very true. And this ties into what I'm saying. Because when you are with company that makes you feel lonely, it's because it's only a distraction. Those people are only a distraction. They're not fulfilling you. And in order to feel truly fulfilled, you need to be alone, allow yourself to be alone, and really think about what it is that you truly want in life. And here's the thing, you can be truly alone and do all of these things, but you don't have to be alone, right? You can still have your friends. You don't have to get rid of your friends. You don't have to get rid of your relationship. If you're married or whatever, especially if you have kids, I'm not saying to drop it all. What I'm saying is communicate with your partner that you need a little bit of alone time, or, just whenever you get a chance, right? To just go do something by yourself, right? And just sit with yourself and really think about things. If you have to do so in the bathroom, do so in the bathroom while you're showering, and just think about these things. Because I know that, some people unfortunately have marriages or relationships where their partner is very controlling and it's difficult for them to find some time alone. But, your partner is not going to be taking a shit with you. Your partner is not going to be showering with you. Like you will have moments where you will be by yourself, and just allow yourself to sit in that moment alone and think about these things. Next time you have that opportunity to be alone, just think about these things, right? Think about what it is that is going to fulfill you, like fulfill your spirit and fulfill you as a person truly. In that same vein, this is going to be for another video because this video is already getting to 20 minutes. I do want to talk about relationships because I feel like this video is more about loneliness and how it, being alone and having that loneliness can benefit you. But I do want to tackle relationships because I feel like there's a lot to talk about there. I briefly touched on it by mentioning how people settle for relationships, but that is a whole other topic, and I will get to that in another video. Just to kind of clue you guys into the plan that I had for this YouTube channel, but as all things in my life, nothing is nothing is linear, even though I want it to be. So the whole plan that I had was to create a certain linearness to my videos. So, the idea was to talk about, I talked about perspectives in the previous video. And then the next video, the idea was to talk about nuance, because that is, in my opinion, the next natural progression of shifting perspective. But honestly, would I be true to myself, the paradoxical nature that I have and the non-linear nature that I have? Would I be true to myself if I truly did that? No. Right? Because the whole idea was to do linear videos that you can watch out of order and it still makes sense. That was the plan. But now I'm kind of realizing, you know what? I'm just going to make videos and talk about the things that are just currently on my mind. Linearness be damned. So that's where this video is coming from, because, you know, loneliness and relationships and all that stuff just kind of popped into my brain randomly. And I wanted to talk about it. But okay, anyway, this video is already going to do 20 minutes. So, you know, as always, you know the drill. Up, down, left, right, pink, blue, DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, or I was going to say pump it up, but pump it up is more diagonally and then the center thing. So, no. But Dance Dance Revolution, Dance Dance Revolution, that subscribe button, wherever it happens to be for you. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next video. So, slumber party, unfortunately, has ended, but we will have other slumber parties in the future. And I look forward to that. And I look forward to having snacks that time around. For me, you know, I'll make some popcorn or something and we'll have a great time. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next video.